And here we are on Whirlwind, spawning in the top left position. The orange Terran player. It is Journey. The man with the whip. Playing against this man in the bottom left. Bit more of a, I'd say, socialist setup here. He's for the Zealots, I guess, or for the Templar. It is the Korean Zest. So another Terran versus Protoss. We saw Zest make some pretty aggressive plays in that first game, and despite being in a situation where I think even I thought that he wasn't going to be able to win this, he pulled it off anyway. He forced a lot of stims out of Journey. Those medevacs were low the whole time that they were out, and really showing that why that 2-base blink play can work when players like Dream were able to hold off the assault from Paralyzed so well. Now, this map obviously promotes a little bit more that economic play. I feel like the command center first is almost, it's like X equals 5. It's given. SCVs are queued up, so he's definitely going to get that fast command center. Can't really blame him with the map being so big, and since players have spawned vertically, it's not the longest rush distance possible. Still decent for a drop play that hits the natural expansion. So I can't, I gotta say, Zest's natural is a bit closer to Journey. That's the only edge that I think Journey has. If he wants to attack him, he can get there reasonably fast, but it doesn't really make a huge deal. Even this gateway being plopped down a little bit later, we can see Journey wants to get the fast expand. He's going to send out a probe scout. No gas after gateway, so he really wants to get a quick nexus. And there's the command center from Journey. I think this is a great read from Zest, recognizing, well, I can probably get away with a fast nexus off no gas. So there it is. That 17 supply nexus. And we could see him just go straight double gas after this. There's one assimilator. Will we see the second? Nope, it's the pylon. Okay, so he wants to get back into probe production so that he can saturate this gas most likely. And nice for him, this probe will actually scout Journey pretty fast. So that's nice. That's actually pretty cool. It's actually really, really cool to see. As he now moves in, he'll move into the natural area. He's going to come up. There's one barracks on the way and a gas follow-up for Journey. This is very unusual. I mean, the probe will come up here, and he's like, okay, you got your one barracks, you got your command center. And he's like, okay, well, I'm going to poke the SCV, because why not? And I'm really wondering if Zest is going to check the main base and see this refinery. As a Protoss player, he should ask himself, where's the second barracks? Maybe he just built it close by? There's the bunker now going to be added on. And with this late cybernetic score, there's not much options for aggression from Zest. He can't do any type of mothership core stalker poke. But this probe, oh, he actually cancels the bunker. And once he gets this scout off, I think he realizes how safe he is. And there is the stalker now being warped in. Fast factory play in Terran versus Protoss off of a 2-base setup like this is very refreshing to see. Almost nobody does this anymore. In fact, I only know of one really weird mech opening that a friend of mine that plays on the Korean server has used. So this is just like, we're going back into some weird Wings of Liberty MVP timings here and off 2-base, which makes things even more weird. So let's see what Journey has in store for us. This game could get interesting very quickly. As that factory is on the way. And there's now the second barracks being added on. So I'm wondering what you do here. Barracks, gas, factory, barracks. And he's now going to get a reactor. So is this just a really fast marine mine drop with a few extra marines off 2 bases? I'm honestly not so sure. This is very weird. We'll have to see what he's going to do. There's a Widow Mine in the production tab. A couple gateways being added on for Zest. Still nothing extreme yet. Oh... Now moving up to 4 gateways. Is he going to get the 5th gateway? Is this going to be a 2-base all-in from Zest? He's using the illusion of playing economically with this fast nexus to just say, hey, Journey, you're not going to play very aggressively. Well, it's funny because this one stalker can completely shut him down. He literally only has those 1 marine there. There's 3 marines in his main base. He doesn't realize that he can bring the pain, but Warp Gate's going to finish soon. He's not even going to saturate this natural expansion. I'm only waiting for the sentry to move out. There he's adding a forge now just in case there's a Widow Mine, but Journey doesn't know this is coming. There's the starport. This is a very weird, unorthodox opening. He has a second gas as well. What is Journey doing? He's got a lot of units in his main base. It seems like he's worried about an Oracle, but he doesn't know this attack is coming, and he hasn't scanned. He has no idea that this huge assault is about to hit him. And I think Zest might take a very quick 2-0 here. In all honesty, if every single unit he has is in his main base, save 1 marine in a bunker, and I guess he might be able to hold on to his main base, but he's going to be contained super hard and likely lose a lot of SCVs during this. There we have it. 5 sentries total. We have the 4 on the field, of course, 1 moving out with the mothership core. The medevac's going to move out with these 2 mines. And all he needs to do is put 1 cannon in each mineral line. And this medevac drop does nothing. There's the scan. And I wonder what he's thinking to himself. He's like, oh, okay, he doesn't have any gateways. This is going to be a great attack. Well, let's find out. Because here are the zealots and the sentries. Journey needs to get everything out of here right now. He needs to move everything back into his main base or get the SCVs here. There's not enough bunkers to hold this attack up. Now it all comes in, and Journey suddenly realizing, yes, let's just evacuate. Only needs a good force with a time warp to lock him in. Where is the drop? Okay, he's got a burrow now in that base. Gets a couple probe kills here. He's managed to grab a few, but he needs to do a lot more damage. Only 5 probes killed so far. And he's already losing SCVs. The time warp's so strong. He could supply block. Actually, Journey is supply block. Force fueling him off here, just saying, yeah, kill the supply depots, prevent anything else from coming out. There's a lot of SCVs. If Journey can somehow kill everything that's in the main base here, he might be okay. But look at this, force fueling the SCVs away from the Marines. That's it. He's locked out. These Widow Mines might be able to kill some units, but that's pretty much all he's banking on. He does have a decent number of Marines, but with the constant warp-ins, I don't know what he can do here. These Widow Mines have effectively eliminated the majority of the probes, but 1 photon cannon does mean that there will be no weird base trade type shenanigans. And he's trying to use the Widow Mines and the lack of any detection as a way to give himself time, but this reactor won't last too much longer. The tech lab with Stim being focused down. A few Marines get force fielded off. The rest of the SCVs are coming in for the hug of death. Can he get it? No. Great force fields from Zest. Falls down. Mules. Not where you normally want to put mules. And I think this, I don't know, Journey, if he makes this hold, it'll be the hold of a lifetime for this young man. There's no zealots, so the SCVs aren't as strong. If these Marines can get up here, he just needs the SCVs to tank. Constant Stalker warp-ins, 1 sentry gets picked off. These medevacs healing are so good, and now the Widow Mines are actually going to get onto the ramp. And this is it. If these Widow Mines all burrow, he can lock out any more units from really getting up here. Stalker gets chewed apart. The Widow Mine getting the damage in. I think he should be able to keep this Nexus, this command center alive. And now he's just going to try to slowly push these Marines and Mines on. He's actually going to go for another drop towards the base here. And this natural probe gets snapped away. I mean, this game is just so funky now. There's a robotics facility coming in, and he's just going to sit here and try to turtle. He's 1 mine to protect and move out 2 medevacs. Or is he? I feel like he might just try to focus on getting the expansion up as, I mean, he's got to pull everything back to deal with this. There's the pylon. We see it. Cannon should be coming up here relatively soon. Should grab at least another probe or 2. There we go. Another probe. Nothing bad. And how many probes has Journey killed during all of this? 12, and Zest has killed 34 SCVs this game. Kind of messed up. That Widow Mine gets another couple kills, so it's something. It's not a lot. There's still a lot of gateways here, and once this robo is done, he cranks out a couple of observers, and he is looking stellar. There's barely any SCVs in the field here. There's this follow-up drop. He's trying to make something happen, but okay, he saves it. That's just one of those moments where I ran out of words. Did he just kill another Stalker? That's nice. So that's pretty cool. He's got 15 probe kills, and Stim is halfway done. So with the Widow Mine, I guess he's got a little bit of an opportunity to come back. He does have 3 more to bring over. Great for defense. The Observer is really the only threat to that, and now there is an Observer on the field, so no more Widow Mine shenanigans. I do think he can actually just do another follow-up attack. He could probably just go for a couple more warp-ins and bring a second wave in. But maybe a bit risky considering the circumstances of Stim finishing soon. He is rebuilding the starport now. He's getting that reactor. So Journey's actually going to have a decent 2-base setup because there's no tech on the field for Zest. He has the robotics facility, but there's the robotics bay just now starting at the 12:30 mark. So there's still some opportunity here. He's going to load up these mines. He's going to try to boost them across the field, and this hallucinated Phoenix Scout runs straight into the medevac. He's floating out his factory as well. A little bit of scouting information can come from that. And these Marines are traversing. So what's here to defend? The Mothership Core doesn't have enough energy for a photon overcharge, but it pretty much will by the time these Marines arrive. So you can't really rely on that. He can, however, try to drop the main base. 3 Zealots and 2 Stalkers are already poised to stop that. There's 4 Widow Mines in this medevac, and there's a cannon protecting the gateways as well. With this Observer here, I don't think there's anything he can do. He needs the mines to work with the rest of his forces. He's actually pulling everything now towards that natural area. If he can get this drop in the main, it'd be great, but there's Robotics Bay complete, so we're going to see Colossus soon. Couple force fields could spell demise. He's trying to focus down the medevac, prevent any more micro, and the medevac will get picked off. Actually kills the sentry, gets another sentry, and he's shooting apart these zealots. No photon overcharge to actually help with this, but I don't think he needs it. That drop in the main base, what was he able to get with the Widowmine? It actually looks like he cleared out a couple of probes. He's at the 26 probe kills, so during that period of time, sorry, this action just happening so fast. He actually grabbed a couple probe kills, and that's really nice for Journey. He's evened up the worker count. The biggest threat right now for the Terran player is this Colossus setup, because one is halfway done. Twilight Council is on the way as well. And I think the only thing we're waiting on right now is Extended Thermal Lance, which he has yet to start. So he can't actually break the Terran player yet, but he is getting a second Colossus. So looks like he's going to commit to this a little bit. Or at least I think he's going to get a second Colossus here. Couldn't tell if it was queued up or not. Okay, not immediately, but yeah, there it is. Okay, second Colossus makes a lot of sense. Even without the range, you just want to have the units to defend against this pressure that's going to come. He'll only need another force field or two, but the more sentries that get killed, obviously replacing those sentries makes it very difficult to produce the tech or get those upgrades. So here he comes, stepping in. The Immortal takes a pot shot at a Marine, and he says, yeah, back off. These 4 Stalkers in the main base are more than enough to defend, even with this Blink upgrade coming in now. Zest should be totally fine, and this is a pretty awkward situation for this game. Marine does get chewed apart there. These medevacs will load up and boost away. And the Observer's like, you're leaving? No, you're still right here. Okay. So, you know, great use of Observers, by the way. Is this Pylon still not been killed? Okay, there he goes. He's now going to kill this from the initial 5-gate assault. And I'm honestly shocked that Journey is still in this game. This has been back and forth for sure. Third Colossus is coming in, though, with the Extended Thermal Lance. I feel like he can push with the Extended Thermal Lance and try to break him. It all depends on how many Vikings we see made by Journey. If he consistently just makes Vikings nonstop from now on, he might have enough to hold. He only has 2 on the field right now. 2 more are going to be out in about 20 or so seconds, so he'll have something, but the bio count is actually quite low. He's maintained even supply, but as a Terran player, you usually want to be ahead in army supply, and he's only ahead by about 6 or so, and now with every warping, that just gets a little bit further and further from being the truth. And here we go, 4 medevacs. Look at all these Stalkers. This is suicide. Oh, goodness. Here he goes. He's bringing the factory in and 1 medevac. He's trying to bait everything towards here, but he's like, no, it's a factory. It is a factory. This cannot actually hurt me, so I'm just going to ignore it. Give it the love tap with that photon overcharge. But this many Stalkers here and Blink about to complete, there is absolutely no way on earth Journey makes this work. At least from this angle. He needs to press the front, maybe pull all his SCVs or something. That's really his only chance, but with this third command center finishing up, it doesn't seem likely just yet. He does have Vikings. He's got a decent number of them versus these 3 Colossi, but charge is on the way. +2 armor is on the way. And Extended Thermal Lance is complete now, so he has the option to be a bit more aggressive. There's the scan. Oh, he's going to do it. He drops 4 Marines and realizes, nope, that's a bad idea. Bad idea written all over it. He's lucky he only lost 4 Marines, as he really, well, I mean, he's in a rough spot as far as everything goes now. The only thing he has going for him is this third base, because now it's Templar and Colossi. The Templar Archives is on the way. The Stalkers come out here to kill this factory, so he thinks, okay, maybe I can drop again, and then we see the rest of the army move in, and there's a Hallucinate Phoenix Scout looking for those medevacs. There's no opportunity to drop him. There's no opportunity to run in here and do any damage. The only thing he can do is try to delay the third base. But Zest says there's only really 2 angles that you can attack me from, so I just cover these 2 spots and I'm fine. But now the drop is hitting the main base. Can he make this work? Zealots just being warped in non-stop. The Immortals are here, the Colossi are here. Where are the Stalkers to catch these medevacs? Nowhere to be found, so he should be able to get out of here at least, which is nice for him. The Stalkers are waiting at the third base. They'd love to catch this. In fact, is he going to head towards the south? Yeah, he's going to try to just grab these medevacs. Oh, no. Look at this. Such a smart play. Zest, it's like he's got map hacks, but they don't work. Journey's paying attention, so. Oh, my goodness. Oh, man, that would have been. That's one of those really big nightmare scenarios. Where are these Vikings? Okay, so there's a good number of Vikings. 10 of them on the field. He can do a reasonable amount of damage to these Colossi. These Marauders actually taking some shots over here, and these medevacs. This army's actually really big. I think if you're going to pull SCVs, now is the time. And by that I mean Archons are on the field. Don't pull your SCVs. Third Nexus, though, prevents shows the biggest point of vulnerability. And we do have just continued Viking production. I don't think there's a Ghost Academy on the field just yet. Yeah, he has a huge army, so he's just going to try to bring straight frontal pressure. Oh, the scan barely missing this observer. His army is 100% exposed. And now the Protoss army is just going to give chase. He's like, yeah, I know I can take this head on because I've got Archons mixed in it. Oh, there are the SCVs. This is it. This is I don't know, man. This is the crazy moment of the game where he just says, screw it. Let's try to do this before Storm is on the field. However, if you guys have not read, I don't know, I guess there's no book on this, but Archons wreck SCVs, especially with Colossi Splash. And pressing into the natural, double time warp is available. There's the one time warp and the Fulgent overcharge. Can he make this work? He needs to get these Vikings out of everything, but look at this. The SCV meat shield almost completely gone now. There are the Stalkers blinking right onto the Vikings. The Colossi untouched so far. He's picking off the anti-air for Journey, and there's still 3 Colossi standing. He's softened all of them up, and he needs to actually kill them. There we go. 1 Colossi, 2 Colossi down. All 3 Colossi are dead, but the Archons as well doing so much damage. That +2 armor really paying for itself. Zest is barely holding on. He still hasn't lost his bases, but there's so much here for Journey. If he can break this Nexus, that could be game-ending. The rest of the probes are being pulled. He's landed the Vikings. There's so many medevacs here, and he has that +1/+1 attack and armor. Zest is holding on by the skin of his teeth, doing everything humanly possible. He knows there's nothing behind this at all for Journey. A few more Marines trickling across the field might be able to make this enough to tie it up. What a crazy game it's been. I'm so shocked that Journey has made this work. Versus the Archon setup. Now he's whipping in more Archons. I think this is what he needs to make this work. These medevacs still have a decent amount of energy, though. There's so many of them on the field. Keeping them alive has really helped him out. Zealots continuously being picked off. He needs something to tank better for the Archons so that they can get that splash damage in. 1 Archon falls. He's going for number 2. We'll be able to pick that off. And the Archon splash with the Stalker damage is so good. Once all these Marauders are dead, the Stalkers just become so much more powerful. He has the third base mining, which is the really big problem for Journey. Journey has a lot of units on the field, but he needs to kill the economy before he can actually do anything here. The natural expansion being basically eliminated from the equation does help him, but there's a couple Zealots. There's an Archon. Journey needs to stop this base from mining now. I think poking in while that Archon is morphing would have been a great opportunity. There we go. He's taking away all the shields before it can do any damage, and Archon is going to come in from the flank. There's 1 Zealot here, but there's so much from Journey. He's going to pick off the rest of this army, and Zest has nothing left. This third base still somehow mining. It's been his last vestige of hope, but he's lost too much now, I think. No minerals in the main base. GG. Journey ties the series up 1-1, and we see our first match so far today that hasn't been a very quick 2-0 at the Intel Extreme Masters Singapore Korean qualifier.